another week of our Hero Huddle. I am so sorry. I'm just going to give apologies. I'm so sorry that we've missed the last 2 weeks. We have been having technical issues, like real technical issues. But hopefully this video will be posted today, Monday the 10th, and you guys will get our updates. Yeah. So we're going to try to make this really quick, and I'm going to give it over to Ms. Ayers.
Yes, so we have a couple of things we want to talk about. First thing is we have entered a new month of October, and just like last month in September, we learned about our new Bringing Out the Best initiative, which is our new character trait curriculum through the district. Our new character trait we're learning about in October is integrity. So last week we had a lesson on integrity. There is a connection online in Schoology that you can go look at with your students and make your own integrity pie. The kids should know what that means. Mm-hmm. So they are going to be looking at examples of how they can show integrity at home and in their community. So you're welcome to go look at that on Schoology with your student.
Okay, just a few announcements of things that are coming up at school this week, starting with our Cookie Connection tomorrow, October 11th from 5:30 to 6 p.m. This is a gathering of minds where we will be talking about how our Title I funds are spent throughout the school year. So if you're interested in knowing how we spend the funds that we receive from the government, please come join us from 5:30 to 6. And then, as well as after the Cookie Connection, we are having our Fall into Learning night. So your student did receive a red sheet like this as a reminder, but they also received this yellow form last week, that gives information about the Fall into Learning night. And it is really just a night filled with literacy and math games, so that way you can kind of get an idea of what your student is doing in the classroom, as well as just a night of review of literacy and math skills.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of ideas you can walk away with to work on at home. Mm-hmm. Speaking of math, we do have 2 tests coming up this week. I sent an email over the weekend. If you didn't receive that email from me, please reach out and let me know. That way I can get your email updated. But you should have received an email from me on Saturday informing you that we have a math test tomorrow, October 11th, and then Thursday, October 13th, we have a science test. So our students do have a math review in their backpack that we went through step by step together today. And if you want to look on Schoology, I've provided video links for each of those questions that walk step by step through the problem. So you're welcome to go look at those as well. They're in their math course. And in science, we do have our red science study guide that should be in their backpacks. And they have all of the content that we are going to be learning for the entire school year is in there right now. But what this test is focused on is safety science procedures and matter. And we have kind of bookmarked the pages that we've already covered. So look for those little corners that are folded over. Those are the pages that we're working on right now.
Okay, and speaking of grades, so we are in week 8 of the school year, which means we have 1 more week before report card grades are due. And with that being said, Ms. Ayers and I will be setting up parent conferences soon. So we will be sending out a Sign up Genius. Yeah. I always forget the name of it. A Sign Up Genius, where you can sign up for a time that works for you for a conference, so that we can speak about your students' grades, as well as things that we've noticed in the classroom, and even behavior concerns if we have that, or even just give them kudos for things that they're doing great in our classroom. I do want to kind of give a bit of a disclaimer for grades. I know we talked about how the range of grades changed drastically from first grade and kindergarten. With report card grades coming out, you may see a difference from progress reports to report card grades, mainly because at the beginning of the school year in language arts, a lot of our beginning of the year grades were participation grades, or grades where that was about community and building community and things like that, setting up expectations and procedures. Well, now we're moving more into the content of them getting assignments completed, and they're going to be graded by the actual content and the output of what they've completed in on the page. So you might see a bit of a difference from progress report cards progress reports to report cards, and we are more than open to speak with you about that in the upcoming parent conferences. Also, the students have received these October reading logs. What they're going to do is, as they read books at home, they could color in a pumpkin for each book that they complete, and when the page is completely full, they will return it to school, and each page will help us receive house points. So this is not a mandatory thing. However, we do ask that the kids are reading at home to strengthen their reading skills and their reading abilities. So this is just a fun way that we can incentivize them reading at home.
Absolutely. We want to win those house team points.
Yes.
And green team is in the lead right now, so we really want to get that going.
Yes.
Just piggybacking off of what Ms. Iguanabi said, the Sign Up Genius for parent conferences will be coming out. The day for parent conferences this year is going to be our teacher work day on October 24th. It is a Monday, and we'll be having conferences pretty much the whole day. The conferences last about 20 minutes. We would really, really love for you to be here in person, so that way we can really talk to you about what's going on with your child in the classroom and show you some of the things, some of the work that they're producing. They really want you to see their work as well. If that date, however, doesn't work for you, let us know, and we can try to find another date that will work, maybe during one of our conference periods, or after school or before school, if we're able to kind of swing it that way. But we really want to work to try to have those conferences. They're so important so that you can stay up to date on how your child is doing in class. So watch for that Sign Up Genius. If that date is not good for you, please reach out, let us know, and we will work to find a good date for all of us.
Absolutely. And as Ms. Sarah said, we do hope that the conferences can be face-to-face. However, if that's just not something that's possible for you, but you really would like to meet with us on that day, just let us know. We have other ways that we can meet with you, whether that's via Zoom or a phone conference.
Absolutely. We will definitely work to make sure we have that conference. Okay?
Absolutely. And one last thing, spelling list. I already had some parents reach out to me because it is Monday and our spelling lists typically go home on Monday. However, our workroom has been backed up, so I did not get the copies that we requested as of yet, but hopefully they will be out by Tuesday. Again, with the spelling copies, or the spelling lists that are sent home, I want to just stress that we are not testing their ability to memorize how to spell the word. We are testing their ability to apply the spelling pattern or syllable pattern that that those words follow. So some of the words on the list we will be using in the spelling test. However, not all of them. There will be other words that follow that same spelling pattern that we're going to be adding to the spelling test, because we're testing that they know the spelling pattern, not that they were able to memorize the words.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is it for our Hero Huddle today. Remember to look out for the code word and write it in your child's folder. Because this video is coming out on Monday, we'll give them Tuesday and Wednesday to get the secret code word written in their folder. So.
Absolutely. And if you haven't already, please follow us on Twitter so you can see all of the fun things that we're doing in class.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys have a great week. We will see you on Friday for our next Hero Huddle. Bye.
Bye.